Okay, now we're going to run through all the materials for Chapter 4, looking at two different ordering methods. So the first one that I am actually going to be working through is the periodic ordering method. And again, I'm setting this up in Excel. Hopefully you'll be able to follow them without a problem. But if you look at the first example I have over here, and what we're going to be dealing with. Sorry about that interruption, got a phone call. Alright, starting back from the beginning, looking at this first problem over here, what we needed to do is first we're going to go ahead and put in some information so that we know what we're dealing with. So the normal usage of what we're dealing with is 12 cans per week, so I'm putting that information there. We order once a month, so what I like to do is think about it from the standpoint ordering once a month. On average, there are 4 weeks. 4 weeks in a month. So I'm going ahead and putting that in 4 weeks in the month because we are dealing with our normal usage on a per week basis. So I'm trying to set these two up to match. Our quantity on hand, dealing with 6 cans. Our desired ending inventory, is 18 cans. And if you notice, I'm setting up the numbers and the words in two separate cells, so this way it makes it a little bit easier for me to put together the formula when I start using the formula function in Excel. Next thing we're looking at is going to be a very busy month, so we are extra ordering. We are going to need 50%. Oops, actually let me do this. There we go. 50% extra. Okay, so here's the first thing we need to figure out is how much we're going to need over the next month or over the period that we order where nothing has come in yet because we're only ordering on a once per month basis. So what the first thing we want to do is this is going to equal the number of cans we use per week, and we're going to multiply that by our ordering period. So this lets us know that our over this next month we're going to need 48 cans. Well, that's our normal usage over that time period. Now we already know how many cans we have on hand, so this right here is going to equal our 6 cans on hand. Now what we do here is we need to take our 48 minus the amount we have on hand. So right here, this first section, our subtotal is going to give us 42 cans. Okay. Now our desired ending inventory is 18 cans. So we want to have this. And in case you're wondering, actually let me see, if you do have your textbook, you can refer to page, let's see, you can refer to pages 109 and I believe 110 as we start getting into that information if you want to refer back to exactly what I'm doing. If you don't have the textbook, you can just kind of follow along. Now the next step after we've done this, we have our 42 can subtotal, and then we have 18 cans as our desired ending inventory. So what we need to do with this section right here is we need to take our subtotal plus our desired ending inventory, and that's going to give us 60 cans as far as where we're at right here. Now we also have to take into account the adjustment for the busy period coming up. So what we need to do is we need to take our 60 and multiply it by our 50%. And what that's going to give us is, oops, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Ooh, delete that. It's not our 60. Because we're going to have a little bit of extra. This is going to equal our normal usage, and we need to take that up by 50%. So I made a mistake, kind of got a little ahead of myself. Just remember that what we're doing is we're taking 50% of our normal usage, we're bumping it up as far as for extra ordering. So for this next column, we're going to take the 48 cans that we need over our normal time period, and we're going to multiply that by 50%. And that gives us 24 cans of safety, just for the extra busy period. And now what we do to determine how many we should order, we take our subtotal of 60 cans plus our safety measure, and that gives us 84 cans to be ordered. So again, just to kind of explain things down, we're dealing with the first thing we needed to do was figure out how many cans we needed over the month period, and we took our I'm going to highlight this so you can see it. We actually took our 12 cans per week times the 4 weeks in the month to get our 48. Then we subtracted our 6 cans on hand to get a subtotal of 42 cans. Then we added in our desired ending inventory of 18 cans to give us a subtotal of 60. Then we increased our order amount from our normal usage of 48 cans over that month period by 50%. So we added 24 cans as a safety measure because we're expecting it to be a little extra busy over this next month. And we added our 60 plus our 24 to get 84 cans to be ordered. So that is how you would deal with this first part of ordering, or also known as our periodic. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move into our perpetual. And again, the first thing I'm going to do is start putting in the information. So we are dealing with our normal usage is 21 cans per week. Okay, so we're putting it on. And delivery time is 4 days. Our par stock is 42 cans. And our case size is 12 cans per case. Now I'm going to drift over here to start working with this one. One of the first things that you want to do, just like we did in the previous one, is change your normal usage to match your delivery time. So one of the things to help get it is in the normal usage, we're dealing on a per week basis, but our delivery time is in days. So the first thing we want to do is change our normal usage into a day amount. So we want to take our 21 and divide that by 7 because there's 7 days in a week. So the first thing we know is we're dealing with 3 cans per day. Okay, so the very first step as far as how we're going to move forward is we want to look at what our normal usage is going to be over the delivery period time. So to calculate that, we know we are dealing with 3 cans per day, and it's going to take 4 days to delivery. So our normal usage during the delivery period time is 12. Now the next thing we need to do is calculate our reorder point. Okay. In order to calculate our reorder point, what we need to do is we need to take our normal usage over that delivery period time, and then we need to increase that by 50%. So we're going to multiply that by 1.5. And we know our reorder point is 18. Now just to do it again a little bit slower and break it down, 50% of 12 is 6. So what we did is when I kind of jumped and multiplied that by 1.5, we took our 12 plus 6 gives us our 18. Okay. Now we have our two important pieces of information to start moving into determining how much we need to order on a perpetual basis. So the first thing we need to do is find our par stock, and that number is given. So our par stock is 42 cans. Then we are going to subtract our reorder point. Our reorder point was 18. This gives us a subtotal amount of 24 cans. So we'll go ahead and break that off. After we do that, we add our normal usage until delivery, and we figure that here is our 12 cans. And our reorder quantity is going to be our subtotal plus our normal usage until delivery to give us 36 cans. Now, one way to double check this is you can do this. You can do your reorder point. It's going to equal the 18 cans. Our normal usage until delivery are 12 cans, and you subtract so this equals our 18 minus our 12 cans. That leaves us 6. Our reorder amount equals our 36, and what we would do then is take that subtotal and add it to our reorder amount. And we get 42. Now the way we can tell this is correct is if this number here matches our par stock, which means after we get the order in, we should be back to our original amount that we are desiring at 42. So hopefully this will help you get through the homework assignment related to chapter number 4. Just to let you know, there will not be integrity related to number 5. It's pretty simple. It's just transferring food costs in and out of a different restaurant and calculating its different food cost percentages. The next integrity video will be related to chapter number 6. It's pretty intensive, labor intensive, and there's a lot of different components. So hopefully this will help you easily navigate through homework number 4. Good luck.